Hey, it's Richie and Wes.
He's Richie.
And he's Wes.
And this is our show. Someone was asking me, why don't you guys monetize your podcast? And I was like, bitch, we are trying.
Right?
We can't compete with Michelle Obama.
Thank you.
And Meghan Markle.
And Heather McDonald. Who I just saw at Motherload, by the way, the other day.
Really?
I was working. I'm at Tuesdays back over here in WeHo during the day, so I can have an actual admin day. And I was walking around going to the bank, and I was doing my little walk to see how everyone else was doing. And she's just sitting out there drinking with one of her gays.
We were like, thanks for clapping back on Twitter, bitch.
Yeah, I was so tempted. I was so tempted.
Richie has been in a few altercations with... Although he's still a fan.
And I'm still a fan. Look, you don't have to agree on everything all the time to appreciate someone.
Although, you know what is funny? For as many times as we do a reverse take as to what we're seeing on social media, I don't know that we've ever had a big disagreement on the show.
No, I don't think so. We're pretty much aligned in most things.
Even last week, we're like, Kim Kardashian, she's just making money, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what? As to where in the past, both of us were like, no, cut her off.
We have a strict list of things we do not talk about, and then COVID happened, and everything's changed.
Just not only do we talk about her, but now we're supporting her ass.
If you would have told us this 4 years ago...
I'd have quit the show.
Right?
Well, this week, thanks to our friend Hyrule Commander, we are talking about the hookups you still think about. Ooh, you know these are going to be good.
Oh, yes.
And by the way, when Hyrule sends us these answers, he literally blocks out the name and faces.
It's double security. We would never even reveal anyone's identity on the show unless they wanted to.
But yeah, unless they tell us to. But he doesn't even give us that option.
Nope. Which is great.
Yes. Well, all the more reason we need to have him back on the show soon.
Oh wow, we're starting off good, guys.
Ooh,
we're coming in hot. All right. How are we so in sync on the show without even planning it? Friend's ex.
Oh.
He's what? Okay, this is poor grammar, I'm going to guess. Possibly someone overseas, which is fine. Okay. We don't shame anyone for any grammatical errors or any word mix-ups. It's just we have to take a second just to, correct ourselves.
We're doing it live.
Friend's ex, he snuck in, fucked in my basement, came in him, then sucked him off.
Oh.
Good for y'all.
Okay. That sounds
but friend... How good of a friend were you? Because now I'm like,
A friend. Okay, you know what? This brings up a scenario that recently happened with some friends of mine.
Oh.
Where one of them is dating this guy, who, granted, he was problematic. But another friend of ours who knows that they were having a relationship and how problematic this guy is, hooked up with him in the bathroom at a bar.
That's tacky.
First of all, what are you, 20?
Right. First of all, don't you judge. Shut your mouth right now. Our first disagreement is called being resourceful in the moment.
That's true.
Critical thinking.
I mean, we've all done it.
Yes.
But come on now.
That's tacky. Come on. Have some decorum. And some respect for your... That's not a real friend.
Yes.
All right.
But it does sound like a cute little rendezvous.
Yeah, it does. It's a
I would
video.
think about that too. No matter how terrible you are.
Okay. Sorry, swallowing. Hello. And so was he. Classmate's brother. Didn't know he was gay. Years later, he's a firefighter with a hose to die for.
Oh, okay. I love...
See, we love a beginning, a middle, and an end. Tell a story.
The double entendre.
Yes. This person...
It's got it all.
We love a writer.
You thought about it?
Yep.
You edited?
That was a concise moment. And less characters than Twitter even allows.
Good for you.
Uber driver from the airport paused his driver app at my place. He came inside both meetings. We're getting some good ones. Everyone's understanding the assignment this time.
What is it with these Uber drivers? I have never had one. I know you said you have.
I've had a couple.
I've never had one that's cute. First of all, man.
Yeah.
Let's start taking a lift.
Oh, we have an age here. Okay. The 20-ish-year-old boy who did me bareback on an abandoned parking lot.
Ooh.
Saying he needed to be inside me.
What is an abandoned parking lot? That sounds like ready for
Right?
demolition.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe like a store that like had closed down.
Parking lots. You know, that's the
maybe like a store that had closed down, like when the Kmart's all closed down, and they were like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then you're the only car in the lot.
Very true. You could be security, or I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows?
I'm thinking outside the box here.
Interesting.
I don't. No, this is not the same person. Someone just said first guy I was with.
Okay. That's not really a story.
No, but it's more of just a statement. And thank you for sharing. All right. Met at a party. He had the best feeling ass ever. Unmatched till today. That hole was heaven.
Oh.
We love a good, spiritual journey on the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Unmatched till today.
Get back to us next week.
He's still searching. Okay.
The neighbor from 2 doors down that I'd regularly blown, rim, and licked his sweaty feet clean.
Uh-oh.
You already know me and feet.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if I would want to have a swig of wine right now. Let me just read this next one, then I will, so I can
wash it down.
Clean my palate.
Wash it down.
Hungry twink bottom I fucked at his 18th birthday in a forest.
Oh. He had his 18th birthday in a forest?
How old are you? This brings up questions, but, whatever.
Well, this happens often.
Is your name Wilbur Valderrama by chance?
Yeah, people do know it's anonymous, so this isn't your dirtiest secret. It's just the...
Wilbur, if you're a fan, you have the money to subscribe to the Patreon and give us more money. Cash app us.
Mm-hmm. And we'll keep all your secrets. Okay. This one, you have to kind of wrap your head around. It doesn't set it up very well, but I'm just going to read it like it says. My future teacher, but I didn't know it. It was weird in class.
Oh, wow. No, I'm like, how? But the college teacher? Please tell me yes.
Again, we have...
We're getting into sketchy territory over here.
Okay, here we go. We're veering out of 18-year-olds and potential high school teachers.
Oof, I get nervous.
Yeah, I bet that would be awkward if you had sex with your teacher.
Right?
Yeah, normally you'd say professor.
Yes. Teacher was the word I clinged on to. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Meanwhile, the hookup this person can't stop thinking about is a steward on a train that they found on Grindr.
Oh, all right.
It was one of
you're
the best asses they ever had. First of all, do trains have stewards?
They're probably out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, when I was in Europe, I was supposed to take a train.
Uh-huh.
And then, to go from one place to the other.
Yeah.
But it would have lost me a whole day, basically, because you have to, you're on a speed train, but it's still 5 hours.
Exactly.
And then you've got to take 5 hours to come back.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it. So I've never been on a train in Europe. I just flew.
So there you go.
I flew from location to location.
As you should have, because it's so fucking easy.
Very easy, not particularly cheap. And the things that people tell you about flying in Europe are not true. You still have to book those tickets in advance. You can't just go to the airport and be like, ooh, take me to Germany. No. But it is close.
I will say this, because there's a big American versus Europe debate last week on Twitter, which I'm on the American side, so I'm very rare, though I'm no, I am an American. But this motherfucker had the nerve to be like, I don't understand why Americans are so non-traveled, like overseas and blah 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 blah. And someone's like, "Bitch, you can go to 5 different fucking countries because it's the size of like 4 of our states."
Yeah.
And it's very much more accessible than us having to travel 15 hours, if not more, to go somewhere.
Yeah, you can get on a train.
Yes.
And be in, Germany.
That's
Paris,
why so many Americans aren't well traveled,
London.
a lot of them at least.
Many
outside of
people
the country.
are
Yes,
well
are.
traveled within the continental United States.
Exactly. It's like, bitch, we're 17,000 times bigger than you. Like, it's not like hopping a plane from here to Texas.
No.
Which takes 4 hours.
And even then...
So yeah, you can experience Berlin and everything, and like all because it's right there, and y'all are so much smaller than we are. Your countries are the size of our states. So I was Team America on that. Again, I'm not that I'm anti-American, but Americans have shit takes on a lot of things. But this one, I was all, no, you are having a shit take right now. But like, shut the fuck up.
I will agree that Americans should, if they can, travel more.
Exactly.
To really see other cultures and how people live. But there's Canada.
Yeah.
There's Mexico.
Yes.
You definitely can get out of the country here pretty easily. So,
just not as many places as this person was listed. I've been at this, and like, you live in the UK.
Yeah.
There's a hop, skip, and a jump for you.
And I think that's a little... I think that's like... I don't know. Culturally, we don't get 6 weeks of fucking vacation.
Thank you.
I wish
we should.
We should.
That's why my friend Jay, who visits me every single year, he gets a month of holiday off. Paid.
Mm-hmm. Paid.
Which would be amazing. Paid.
Yes. Of course, we would all travel more if we got a month off.
Sorry, our fucking country sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when I went to Mexico for a month, I was working, number one, but two, I'm extremely lucky.
Yeah.
All of my clients were like, yeah, do it, even if it meant we changed our times or whatever. And also the studio that I work at was like, yeah, do it. Because a lot of places, if you left for a month, you would not come back to a job.
Nope, you don't come back to a job, or you'd have to resign and then come back, and they could promise you your job back, or a position back. But yeah, it would be considered a leave, basically. And they ain't paying for shit.
No. I left for a month to go to Mexico, and when I came back, my studio gave me a bonus. So, you can find the right spots.
Exactly.
But it was not a paid vacation.
No, by any means.
I was working my ass off. Whew, okay. Moving on. The one that slapped my ass so hard, I had to hide the bruises from my husband.
Oh, that's better than anything that's been on Netflix lately. Wow.
That is so true.
Jesus.
Do you ever look back at the things that caused controversy and you're like, really?
Yes.
Okay, y'all, do you remember this? This was a while ago. Do you remember the Vanity Fair cover where Miley Cyrus was holding a blanket?
Yes.
And she bared her shoulders?
Yes.
And it was just clear she was just holding a blanket. And everyone's like, oh my God! What a whore! How terrible! Child exploitation. We have to show you these photos. So
literally. It's like
every single media outlet was like, this is horrible, this is trash.
Look at this.
Here they are. We're going to show them to you. First of all, she was covered up. And she was made to apologize for all that. And those controversies, you look back and you're like, that is fucking stupid.
Oh, please. Britney Spears was saying she was a slut and a whore and a horrible role model because she was showing her stomach in 2001. While wearing baggy pants, mind you. It's like...
Oh, people ate her up when she did the Rolling Stone cover.
Yes.
And first of all, at the time, that was before her conservatorship, Britney co-signed all that shit, and she knew what she was doing.
She
was not being used. She
kicked her manager out of the room.
She knew exactly what was going to sell.
And told the photographer, Dave LaChapelle, keep shooting.
Mm-hmm. She knew it was going to sell.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Controversy. She was in a bathing suit.
Please. Oh, she said it best when she was 16 years, mind you, 16 years old. She said, no one complains when the Backstreet Boys are in sync and I love them. Like, are on stage grinding a microphone stand and shirtless and showing their abs and dripping water over themselves. And they're the same age as me, but I show my stomach and oh my God, it's like, it's such a big deal.
She was in a rhinestone bathing suit and short jean shorts on a car or bed or whatever it was.
I'm like...
And you know what? It's because it's the mental... You can't control someone's reaction to what you do. I mean, she knew what she was doing.
Yes.
But also, just because everyone gets hot about it doesn't mean that you're the slut.
And also...
You're the dirty one.
Right,
you're thinking those thoughts about
and also the
16-year-old.
misogyny of it all. Because she was dead ass right at age 16.
Mm-hmm.
No one's complaining when these other boy bands are doing all this bullshit.
Oh,
Oiled up and writhing on themselves and grinding.
A natural expression. You're exploring yourself and your body. You're allowed to...
Thank you.
You know what? I have a neighbor who is well into her 40s or 50s, and she does not have Britney Spears' body. And she wears the most insane prostitute outfits. And I
Good for fucking
love
her.
it. I'm like, good for you, girl.
Her.
You better go.
Good for her.
Okay, moving on. Oh, 2 different hotel visitors. I'm guessing you work at a hotel. Just before COVID. Perfect chemistry, perfect match. Never saw them again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, that's what happens when you fuck people who are traveling.
Yes, very true.
Travel sex. Oh. Giving a blowjob to this guy in his car at a park where there are lots of people around.
Oh, wow.
All right. I could see that would be a memorable experience.
Yeah.
This is giving away a location. A guy in my Mobile, Alabama hotel room fucked my throat and ass 4 different times in 3 hours.
Goddamn.
You better go.
Well, okay.
And we'll leave it on the time brags. A 5-hour fuck session with a former porn star I met at an expo. I fucked him in every room.
Okay.
There are pages and pages more of your wild sexual experience. Should we do one more?
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
do one more.
Why not?
Wait. Okay, wait.
I'm not going to get traumatized this time. You better scan them.
Okay.
I swear to God. Saw PTSD from that one last time.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll do one more.
All right. And then we'll share our own experiences.
Yeah.
First time bottoming in a year.
See, that's the one I was like, ooh, where's this going to go?
Right. Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate you.
I was like, wait a minute.
He gave me 3 loads over 4 hours, toe curling sex.
Damn. And we're continuing the prolonged.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel like sex over an hour is definitely something to brag about.
Yes, 100%.
Because a lot of times, especially guys that are just like horny as fuck, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. A cop. He was very problematic, but he loved to be taken control of and had the best muscle butt.
That's a spite fuck for sure.
Yes.
ACAB.
All right. He ripped my pants open at the seams and ate my ass on the stairs for so long. This is not the same person.
What?
Oh, it is. They didn't put a 1 or 2,
okay.
So I didn't know if it was a different one. But I had to look at what looked like was there. Yeah. All right.
Remember, they're blocked out, so we can't quite tell.
Ooh, straight boy coming over on the DL. Built, hung, hairy, and very sub. Loved it. Saw a guy from my gym on Grindr, a top who loves eating ass. I don't know why they censored ass on here. They put an asterisk
They censored themselves?
Yes.
You guys are so cute.
That's cute.
We can't say ass on the show.
Led to a threesome with his friend.
Oh.
Wow, plot twist. Okay.
Ooh. All right. Good
I
for you.
fucked my friend's friends on a trip. Met him first and last time, but fuck was awesome.
Oh.
One of the worst guys of my one of the okay, again, I'm gonna assume that you are
Yep. You know
ESL,
what?
totally fine.
Okay.
Okay. One of the worst guys of my town, as per friends.
Okay, so someone with a bad reputation.
Yes. Still I met him. Yes, he was the worst, really, but the hookup was the best. Silver linings. We love them.
We've moved into spite fuck douchebag territory.
Right.
Where personally, I don't think they deserve it. But I know a
Same.
lot of people
Mhm.
who love a spite fuck. They will fuck the most terrible
That's
person.
just not my. I'm like, you deserve
just
none
for
of me.
revenge. Exactly.
Why am I giving you pleasure?
I am good at what I do.
No.
And you don't deserve it.
Same page. All right, last one. 9-inch guy in Colombia.
Oh.
Suck my hose. Is still sore. If I think about it, I should text him.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Wow.
There's some twists and turns there.
There's a lot happening in all of these replies, and I love it. Richie Rich, what about you? Who do you still think about?
I've told this story before. And, ooh. I will not reveal a name. Because we ain't getting sued.
No. Someone famous.
Yes. At the time, not anymore. I was working at like an ultra lounge out in the desert. This is like 15 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
There's a popular boy band called O-Town when the boy bands were boy banding.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the members, who I'm actually friends with now, oddly enough,
Yeah.
was there and was buying me shots while I was on the clock. I was allowed to do so at the time. Asked me where the restroom was because it was confusing. It was on the 27th floor and it was all windows and it circled around in a circle. So there was a lounge area and there's this giant hallway that looked like you might have been going like into some area you shouldn't be going into.
Oh.
But around the curve were the restrooms. So he just asked me to show him where the restroom was, and I did, and then he shoved me into a stall, and we hooked up.
Okay.
And he was actually my favorite member of the band at the time, so that was my first celebrity situation ever. I couldn't have asked for more. I actually had an earpiece in my ear at the time. And my bosses...
I hope your mic was not on.
No. My bosses were asking me, not an angry, like, hey, like, Don, like, what's your 20? And
like, yeah,
luckily, because we were on the 27th floor, it was very usual for us to have to go all the way to the main floor, because that's where our nightclub that we also owned at the time, at this particular casino hotel in the desert, was. So we'd have to go get things if we were out of them. So it was not unusual for me to be gone for like 10, 15 minutes sometimes.
That's all you need.
And I said, I'm going down to get some more limes because we're out and to grab a bottle of this, this, and this. And then he
grabbed this, and that.
He came and left and then went right back to his table for bottle service. And then I came out shortly, just so we were not seen leaving together. And much to my surprise, 4 years ago, he popped up at the bar I used to work at and recognized me, remembered my name.
Ooh.
We've never spoken of it since.
Okay.
But we've been friends to this day. So much so that 2 years ago, I sang his own song for him on his birthday for karaoke when he popped into my bar. I will not give a name again. I ain't getting sued.
Okay, well, I'll go along those lines.
Well, I know where this is going, I think.
Because I don't know if I mean, I do think about it. I don't know if this is like the best sex I've ever had or whatever, but definitely an experience that has never been repeated and is absolutely wild and probably would only happen like either here or in New York.
Yep. I know exactly where you're going with this one.
I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yep, knew it.
When I hooked up.
I knew it was the story.
Who I was not the person I think that he was expecting, because I was delivering something to him. And he met me in a very revealing towel, and I had to sign a non-disclosure. And I cannot even tell you, not on the show. Yes. It's illegal. And
I know who it is. We talk off the show. You can't pay us enough to tell us that information.
And at the time, it was like someone that was famous.
Yes.
But not as famous as
they are now.
Now.
Yes.
Big dick, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, the whole thing was very, like, I just kept thinking the thing is, like, I can't say it was the best, because the whole time I'm like,
yeah,
am I going to get killed?
But it's a memorable
after this? Like, am I going to get buried in a ditch after this?
And you
like,
still think about it.
Out of
fear or pleasure?
Does he know where I live? Because, are they still watching me? Is that what the drone is? Just because I had never quite been, like, again, even at the time, he was not the echelon he is now, but still pretty famous.
Yes, 100%.
And so...
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still think about that. Sometimes out of fear, sometimes pleasure, sometimes a mixture of both.
Following me? Yeah, I have never disclosed who it is.
Nope. Not on air.
Not on air.
And we will not.
I never will. Don't kill me.
Unlike the drag queen that I exposed on our show. Go back and listen to that if you haven't yet.
But yeah, that's definitely something I'll never forget. For sure. And then there was the time I was almost molested by Bryan Singer.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
We've talked about that many times on the show, and I will speak his name.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason that I was almost molested was because I was with a much younger guy, and even still today, thank you, I appear much younger than I am.
Exactly.
He was definitely really trying to get with the guy that I was hanging out with, who left with me because he was terrified of Bryan Singer and his friends, who were like, "Oh, let me show you my car. Oh, let me show you this."
If you've never ever ran into this man and his
weird posse,
his clergyman of like fucking underage, like, but also very well trained.
No, the posse that he was with at this point were the ones that were
overseeing everything,
taking advantage of,
getting the guys. Got you. Okay.
Yes, and that, like, the one of them in particular,
he travels in packs of like about 5 or 6 typically,
and then there's like at least 2 or 3 other ones that I guess they get sloppy seconds or something. Yeah, because they look at you like you're.
It's really weird. If you've never,
they will look at you like they will kill you. Yes, like that's what they're fantasizing about.
It was fucking strange.
Showed us his car. Showed us his important artwork. Like, was trying to separate us from the group of everybody else. And this guy was practically clinging to me because it was so awkward and weird. We got out of there.
As you fucking should have.
Yeah.
We'll say his name, even on the regular show.
Oh,
you ain't got to pay for that.
No,
you can just go back.
Bryan Singer is a weird motherfucker.
He's fucking gross, and we've both witnessed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, we were both technically legal at the time, although he might have been 17 or 18. But he might have been 17.
Oh, God.
Because we were lured there by doing a photo shoot.
Of course.
For a like all ages gay party. Because
this makes sense.
Not a lot of places you can go to in LA under 21.
No.
But there are few clubs that pop up where like 18 and over are. And of course, plenty of people that are 16, 17 also sneak in. That's what it was for. We were modeling for flyers for this party, and I think that was actually honestly a ruse. I never saw the flyers. I never saw the flyers. I never went to the party. I think the whole thing was a setup to get pictures of guys in their bathing suits and potentially changing.
Yep.
I did also feel like there were inappropriate things going on when we were asked to change. Or like someone would pull you in, but you had your regular shorts on and you had to change out of your wet clothes. I think the whole thing was a setup.
Yeah, that name we will never not name on this show. And we have named him plenty of times over the years.
And I'll do it again. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time,
Goodbye.
Bye.